This man doesn't eat properly, stuck his spoon under his trousers, rubbed it on the sole of his shoe, then called the prison guard and said his spoon was dirty. He needed a new one. His companion took one look at him and knew what he wanted to do. He immediately followed him, under the cover of his companion. Sure enough, he took an extra one. In fact, the spoon was just an aid to their escape. The main tool was the nail clippers on the warden's desk. The warden turned around and he took one. He wasn't thinking of escaping. After all, this prison is known as Alcatraz. It's surrounded by sea and fast currents, and the guards were twice as high as in other prisons. No one had ever managed to escape since the prison was opened. Until this night, Maurice found a large red cockroach. A cockroach is a sign of decay. The prison was built on an island. It's been exposed to the sea for so many years. The steel and concrete were probably crumbling. So Maurice takes a couple of nail clippers to the wall. Wow, it's a crapshoot. He was overjoyed. The next day, he found 3 of his mates and plotted his escape. The general plan was to cut a hole in the wall, climb up to the roof, and then escape through the outer wall. It was easy enough to say, but there was a 2-kilometer wide channel to cross. Without a life jacket and an inflator valve, you'd be dead. Luckily, one of them works in the Macintosh department. He said he could handle the inflator valve, so the chances of success were pretty good. The 4 of them hit it off. 2 men in a group cross cover. One's cutting the wall. The other man is on lookout. At first Maurice is expectant. The chiseling was a joy, and the skin came off quickly. But as time went on, not only did the skin wear off his hands, but his speed became slower and slower. If the chiseling continues like this, I'm afraid I'll have to chisel until I finish my sentence. To save his strength, he had to increase the length of his nail clippers. That's how the spoon was applied at the beginning. So how do you weld the spoon and nail clipper? Weld them together? But everyone in here is talented. He consulted an old librarian, Blackie. He tried to escape once too, but he was caught and had his leg broken. It was impossible to run away, but he was very supportive of Maurice's attempts. He was very supportive. He told Maurice to find a penny, scrape some aluminium powder off and heat it up, and it would weld them together. So Maurice traded a week's worth of dessert for a penny from the old man.